Have you ever asked yourself, what is the profitability of the course I'm studying in school? Many students never ask this question. Today, I want to show you why you should see your education as an investment. Not just as a certificate, not just as a stage in life that you are passing, but as capital for the future. This is Key Points with Dr. Victor Markus, where we inspire growth, excellence, and purpose, 1 point at a time. In many organizations, training and education of staff are taken very seriously. They are serious investment. Companies spend millions to train staff because they expect a return. For many students, they don't see their studies as investment, and therefore they take it not serious. Now, one time during graduation in my university, I called some students and I asked them a number of questions. What is the profitability of the course you have studied? They were just looking at me. Okay, I said, okay, let me ask another question. How much have you spent in studying this course? Everything you have spent, from food, your accommodation, your tuition, and so on and so forth, transportation, name it. None of them give me an answer because they don't know. I say, okay, let me ask another question. How do you intend to recover all that you have spent while schooling, while studying this course? Again, there's no answer. And one of them asked me, sir, you're asking us this question. We are not in business. I said, that's the problem. Many students live in school as if achievement is in being in the class or celebrating graduation. The truth is, real achievement is not in that. Now imagine someone or an investor who spends, let's say, $50,000 or invested $50,000 and then return celebrating, I have achieved it, I have achieved it. No, real achievement is not in the investment. Real achievement is in the return. I have some few points here, as usual, to share with you how students should think like investors. Number one, define your returns. Define your returns. I want you to ask questions. What are the skills? What are the opportunities? What are the benefits that I will get by studying the course I've chosen? Outline them, sit down, write them, be deliberate. You don't want to study a course that by the time you are out, you're already outdated. No. For example, if you're studying biochemistry, can you think about what startup, what business, what laboratory or diagnostic laboratories, what company can I be able to build with the knowledge I'm gaining? What will be the return of this investment I'm making? That's the first question every student needs to ask. Write them. Don't just go until you graduate, then you begin to figure out, what exactly can I be able to do with what I've learned? No, that's not how to go about it. This is the reason why we have so much unemployment in the society. Because we have many students going into schools, going to universities, going to high institutions, polytechnics, monotechnics, and at the end of the day, they don't even realize what is the profitability of the course they are studying. Second thing I want you to think, or the second point, know your cost. Know your cost. I mean, you need to know, how much am I spending in tuition, or will I spend, if you have not actually, if you are not in the university yet, ask yourself, how much will I spend in 4 years, or 5 years, or 6 years studying this course? What about the food I will eat? What about the accommodation? What about the transportation? What about the books? Track how much you are spending. It's important. It's important. Investors always know how much they are investing. Investors know how much is a capital. They know their capital. That's an investor. When you begin to think like an investor, you will see that your education will be more profitable. You will see that even you will take your education serious. Let me go to the third point. Build beyond the classroom. That's an important point, I think, that many students need to understand. It's neat for you to see that when it comes to education, there's so much to learn beyond the classroom. Like an investor, one important attribute of an investor is that the investor loves to diversify. The investor is always thinking to make better what he or she has, to make better their thoughts, to make better their processing capability, to make better their resources, to make better their investment. So what do? They are looking always for where to put in one effort here, one effort there, either to reinforce what they already have or to open more new opportunities ahead. So that is how a student is supposed to be thinking. To think beyond the classroom. This idea that you just wake up in the morning, then brush your teeth, and then go to the class, and then return from class, then you eat, and then you sit down, then you watch film, not thinking of anything, is not a good way to live as a student. No. When you return from school, use the time. I think it's not just even use the time, it's that create a time of thinking. How do I act to what I am being taught in the class? What can I be able to do more that will become profitable in the long run? So, an investor must build, or let me say, an investor student must build beyond the class. Learn communication skills. Learn digital tools. Learn relationship. All these things add to the quality of your degree. Add to the quality of your mind. It helps you to diversify. That is important. The fourth point is save and invest early. Save and invest early. One important thing that investors understand is that investment is at the mercy of time. What that means is that time is a factor in investment. Those who invest early are more likely to earn more from their investment are more likely to get a better return. I used to give this example. Imagine your father, or let's say your great grandfather, bought a piece of a land and he never sold it. Maybe he bought it, let's say 50 cents or $1. And for the next 100 years, even if you've not done anything on that piece of a land, over the years, the value of that property will actually appreciate. Even if you've not done anything, which means that those people who will invest early will have time as an advantage. So it's important that you invest early. No investor eats all the capital. Sometimes it bothers me when I see students only know how to spend, but don't know how to invest. So practice discipline. Be prudent in your spending. Invest in books. Invest in online courses. Have a saving. It's not good to eat everything you have. Begin to learn a skill. What I'm saying is that save and invest. I call some students again after graduation. Most times I like to talk to students immediately they graduate. And I ask them, because they have been close to me, I ask them, how much do you have in your savings? And none of them save anything. They are just graduating. They are graduate. They have saved nothing. But imagine, they have spent thousands in clothes, in food, in celebration. How can you spend so much in the celebration and you've never or you've not saved anything? That's not correct. You are actually setting yourself up for failure. The fifth thing I want you to note is networking strategically. Networking strategically. Many students take this for granted. You are in an environment where you have a lot of people coming from different areas, different backgrounds, different places, likely different countries. Also your lecturers and many people, your fellow students from different departments. How could you not establish quality relationship with these beautiful minds? Many students don't even know the name of their lecturer. You don't even know. Nobody know you in your class. Immediately after lecture, you just go out. As if somebody is pursuing you. No. You are losing a lot when you have not established relationships with these wonderful people around you in the university, in the higher institution, in your polytechnic. Because these people you are seeing are the leaders of tomorrow. These people you are seeing are the people that tomorrow you will discover that you will need them. Establish strategic relationships. It's not everybody, of course, that you should relate with. I like to make friends with people that are intelligent. I like to make friends with people that are industrious. What about people? Some of the students you are working with might not be at the top of the class, but you will discover that they have some gifts that are awesome. Why won't you go close to them? Your network often multiplies your return. This is one of the things investors do. They create a network of supportive men and women. Why won't you do the same? As you are going out of school, you have a lot of people you're connecting with. People are your wealth. There's no wealth on earth as people. Note this: the greatest wealth we have today in the world are not actually the natural resources. They are people. When you get people, you are actually very, very rich. Number 6, think long term, not just events. Think long term, not just events. Now, passing exams, graduation ceremonies are good, but they are not the achievement. They are not the achievement. You have to think very far. You have to think very far. They are not the end. They are not the end. They are just the beginning. You haven't started. They are just the beginning. So I want you to think very far in that regard. If you do so, it's going to help you, because this is how you build a mindset that produces, a mindset that builds, a mindset that develops. When you graduate from school, don't see it as the ultimate achievement. The real achievement is ahead when returns, when profits, when opportunities are beginning to open because of what you have done in school. The seventh is to measure your progress. Investors actually ensures that whatever they are doing, they can be able to track their progress monthly, or maybe at the end of every semester. Ask yourself, what did I learn? What skills have I added? What project did I do? What can I do more? What can I drop? What can I be able to add to help me in the future? Will help me next semester, next session, or after I graduate? These are questions that you cannot afford not to ask. Who have I connected with? How many people have I connected with? Don't just move as if you don't care. But many people graduate, they don't even know probably up to a quarter those they've attended classes with. They don't know their mates. How do you expect to succeed that way? They don't know your teachers. They don't even care. Think like an investor. If you're a student, that's my advice. Many students fail because they don't think that way. So when they are out of school, they're stranded. It's not a surprise. Who will you call tomorrow to help you out if you're looking for a job? Who will you ask a question? You need to change the way you think. Then there are some few points I want to add lastly as a reminder before I finish. You need to know that education is a capital. Stop seeing education as something like a stage where you just pass and that's all. Like an age. Oh, I was 20 before and now I'm 25. So you have passed the stage. No. See it as a capital. See it as capital that will be important for your future. So next time you're in the class, see that time, see the effort you are putting as an investment. When you're giving assignment, see it as an investment. Don't just go and do anything like someone who does not understand the importance of education. Don't just go to ChatGPT and just copy and paste. Don't just go to Wikipedia and copy and paste. Do it well. Know that whatever you put is what you're going to get. That is important. Don't joke with how much you are sowing, because whatever you are sowing is what you're going to be reaping. The goal is not to look successful today, but to become sustainably successful tomorrow. Note that word, sustainably. So the goal is not just to spend so much in celebrating graduation, in eating and drinking and partying and celebrating. Oh, I have graduated. You post on social media, oh, I have graduated, I've succeeded. No, that's not real success. It's not just to feel you are successful. That's not the essence of education. The essence of education is to give you a sustainable future, a sustainable progress, sustainable income, something that it will be useful to you and will be useful to the society, be useful to your family, be useful to the world. So I want you to go today thinking deeply. Am I thinking like an investor? Have I been thinking like an investor? And if you're in school, just go back, sit down, take a book. Look at what you have spent. Look at what you will get. And begin to implement some of the points I have raised. I believe that in no distant time, you begin to see the progress because your mentality is changing. The one that do not waste time, the one that do not waste resources, one that take every effort, every money seriously because they are an investment. Because they are an investment, there must be a way those investment needs to bring return.